Hi, passionate Rangers FC fans. Welcome to Rangers Update, your dedicated source for all things Rangers. Before we dive in, we want to express our gratitude for your unwavering support. If you bleed blue, don't forget to subscribe. Smash that like button and let's strengthen our community. Now, let's get into the latest updates. A hearty welcome to our new followers. Your backing means the world to us. What? Let's get to the news. There are few things in football that stir the soul of the Ibrox faithful quite like the arrival of a new number 9. And when the news broke that Dutch international striker Wout Weghorst had signed a 3-year contract with Rangers, it sent a ripple through the blue half of Glasgow, a murmur of curiosity, excitement, and perhaps a touch of cautious optimism. For a club that has been searching for a talismanic presence up front, the capture of a player with Weghorst pedigree signals not just ambition, but intent. The kind of intent that reminds everyone the fight for domestic dominance is far from over, and the hunger for European success still burns. Weghorst's career path has been anything but linear. Towering at 6'6", he was never your typical Dutch striker, more battering ram than ballet dancer, but always blessed with an intelligence that belied his size. His rise through the ranks in the Netherlands, starting with Emmen before his eventual move to AZ Alkmaar, was a study in persistence. It was at AZ where he began to turn heads, bagging goals with regularity and showing a work rate that became his trademark. But it was his move to the Bundesliga with VfL Wolfsburg that truly launched him into the wider European consciousness. There, he established himself as one of the most reliable center forwards in Germany, notching double-digit goal tallies season after season and earning the admiration of pundits for his relentlessness and aerial dominance. From Germany, his journey took a curious turn. Burnley came calling, and Weghorst answered, hoping to make an impact in the Premier League. Yet the timing was cruel. The Clarets were in freefall, and though he showed glimpses of quality, the chaos of relegation battles and managerial changes made it difficult to fully impose himself. A loan move to Besiktas followed, then a stint at Manchester United, where he played a supporting role in a squad brimming with attacking talent. The goals weren't plentiful, but his industry, pressing, and tactical discipline earned him minutes under Erik ten Hag, who clearly valued his off-the-ball contributions. Now, at 31, with a career full of peaks and pitfalls behind him, Weghorst arrives in Glasgow not as a fading light, but as a man with something still to prove. A man who sees Ibrox not as a retirement destination, but as a fortress where he can etch his name into club folklore. And for Rangers who have been searching for that blend of experience, physicality, and leadership in the final third, the timing couldn't be more perfect. There's no denying that the past couple of seasons have been a mixed bag for Rangers when it comes to their striker options. Alfredo Morelos, once the club's firebrand focal point, departed with a legacy as chaotic as it was compelling. Antonio Cholak showed promise but never quite set the heather alight. The introduction of Cyril Desire brought renewed hope, but inconsistency has plagued the Nigerian international stint in Govan. What Rangers needed was someone who brings presence, both in the box and in the dressing room. Someone who understands the demands of top-level football and who can lead the line in the pressure cooker environment of Old Firm derbies and European nights. Enter Wout Weghorst. His physical profile is the first thing that strikes you. In a league where aerial duels are still currency, Weghorst is built to dominate. But he's far from just a target man. His movement is clever, often peeling away to the back post or dragging defenders out of position with late runs. He has a knack for finding space in crowded boxes. And though his scoring record has dipped in recent seasons, the underlying numbers suggest he's been more unlucky than ineffective. He gets into the right areas, creates chances for others, and contributes defensively in a way few strikers do. His pressing game, in particular, is elite. Something that will no doubt appeal to a Rangers side looking to play on the front foot under their next permanent manager. Beyond the pitch, there's a maturity to Weghorst that makes him an intriguing figure in the dressing room. He's vocal, demanding, and unafraid to challenge teammates when standards slip. At a club like Rangers, where the weight of expectation never lifts, that kind of mentality is gold dust. Young players will look to him not just for guidance, but for inspiration. the fans too will be watching closely, ready to embrace him if he fights for the badge, but just as ready to turn if he doesn't deliver. Glasgow is unforgiving in that way, but Weghorst has never shied away from a challenge. Financially, the move also makes sense. While some might raise eyebrows at the length of the contract, 3 years is a fair commitment for a player in his 30s. Rangers will be calculating that his experience and profile bring value that can't be measured purely in resale. Terms. It's about short-term impact, about making sure this squad has the weapons it needs to reclaim the Premiership title and push deeper in Europe. And with Champions League qualification always hovering as the ultimate carrot, bringing in players with continental pedigree is more necessity than luxury. Reaction from the Rangers support has been predictably passionate. Social media was abuzz the moment the deal was confirmed, with fans dissecting Weghorst's highlights, speculating on shirt numbers, and imagining what he might do to Celtic's backline come Derby Day. There's a romanticism to the signing, too, a sense that, like so many who came before him, Weghorst could find in Glasgow the kind of stage that elevates his game to something unforgettable. Think of players like Jurgen Betts, Dado Pershaw, or even Nikita Jelavic. Men who arrived with questions over their trajectory and left as cult heroes. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to get all the exclusive news about Rangers FC. Don't overlook any details about your beloved team. It's crucial for Rangers FC fans. It helps, of course, that Weghorst knows how to rise to the big occasion. His World Cup performances for the Netherlands were a reminder of his ability to impact games at the highest level. But that brace against Argentina and Qatar, including that unforgettable set-piece routine, was the stuff of folklore. He plays with a snarl, with a fire in his belly, and that edge is exactly what Rangers have often lacked in key matches. The cauldron of Ibrox will only fuel that fire. The challenge now will be integrating him into a squad that has undergone significant change, with several outgoings expected in the summer and the possibility of further additions. The spine of this Rangers side could look very different by the time the new season kicks off. But having Weghorst locked in early is a statement, a marker laid down not just for Celtic, but for every side in Scotland. Rangers aren't here to rebuild quietly. They're here to reload, rearm, and return with vengeance. Of course, none of this guarantees success. Football has a cruel way of humbling even the most promising of signings. But in Weghorst, Rangers are taking a calculated gamble. They're betting on experience over potential, grit over glamour, substance over style. And sometimes, in a league where battles are won in the mud and the wind as much as under the floodlights, that's exactly what you need. So now it begins. The training sessions, the preseason friendlies, the tactical drills. Soon, the roar of Ibrox will greet him, and the weight of expectation will settle on those broad Dutch shoulders. But if history has taught us anything, it's that Rangers players don't need time. They need moments. And if Wout Weghorst can provide those moments, whether it's a late winner in a derby, a header under pressure in Europe, or simply the kind of leadership that drags a team through the trenches, then this signing will be remembered not just as a smart bit of business, but as the beginning of something bigger. From the Bundesliga to Burnley, from Besiktas to the bright lights of Old Trafford, Wout Weghorst has seen a lot. But now, in the heart of Glasgow, under the banners of blue and white, a new chapter begins. And if the Dutchman has his way, it'll be the most memorable yet. Let the games begin. Greetings, fans. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, as it's greatly appreciated by Rangers FC. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments section below. Until the next video, stay tuned.